how much I love Journey Spice. Journey Spice, non-GMO, no salt, no sugar, just all sorts of goodness and smart, environmentally friendly packaging. Pinch the top, take it off. Food tastes better. Comes in singles, 2-packs, and 4-packs. It's Journey Spice. Find them at Amazon.com. Time for Denver's best sports talk with the Altitude Daily.
This is the Altitude Daily Podcast. Everything you can't miss from today on Altitude Sports Radio. Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane.
What I'm being told is don't have expectations. College football is weird, and it doesn't matter if you win or lose because things are always going to change. That's what I'm being told. Like, none of you guys have told me this. What's fair? Because when I tell you, despite the turnover and all the different rules, and yes, when you're CU and you're CSU, you aren't Ohio State and you aren't Georgia. I acknowledge that stuff. But when I say, is it fair to ask to be competitive in the Mountain West every year? Is it fair?
But can I give you an example?
Hold.
Mm-hmm.
Is it fair for me to say, hey, in year 3, I know you lost some guys, big guys, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, Heisman Trophy winner, really hard to replace. Can you guys get bowl eligible? Or is losing 2 players so steep of a drop that if they go 3-9 this season, I have to be like, well, you know what? That's college football now. What are you guys telling me?
What I'm trying to tell you for Colorado State, when Torrey Horton leaves, you ain't replacing him, period.
I don't buy it.
When Trey McBride,
I just don't buy it, man.
You find these diamonds in the rough that become players. When Trey McBride leaves, you're not replacing that. You don't have the ability to replace that unless you get lucky. That's it. You can't. The kind of players that Norvell coached them up to be, the kind of studs that he coached them up to be.
So what is okay?
Brett, I don't know. I'll see it when see it when I see it.
That's what I'm telling you. I need you at minimum to be bowl eligible.
Then you're a hard ass.
Maybe I am.
Okay.
But it's one thing, Moshe. Again, if they were Boise State last year and they went to the college football playoff and then had this start, guess what? I'll give you some grace. Because if you're telling me we're going to have a spike year and then a down year, I think that's acceptable. But can I ask you, what's the best accomplishment for CU or CSU over the last 3 years for each of them? What's the thing that you would hold up like, hey, I know it's not going great now, but they did do this. What is it?
Went to a bowl game.
If that's our standards here, we're having a rough go.
You're damn right we are.
I want conference championships.
Well, so do I. I'm selfish
That's what I want.
I'm telling you right now.
I want to be in the mix. I want to be a team that's taken seriously. That's what I want.
Okay.
For both of these teams. And what I'm being told by a whole bunch of people is, well, guess what, man? That's a fool's errand in college football now. And I'm like, why?
The Altitude Daily. The Morning Sprint.
The next test coming up on Sunday at 205 Mountain is obviously, it's a team that a lot of people are looking at going, is this finally the year that LA gets over the hump, that they stop charging in the postseason? And is this the year that Justin Herbert doesn't throw interceptions in the postseason? This is the guy that a lot of people here in Denver fell in love with and are now terrified about. What has been this next step, this next evolution under Harbaugh?
Well, I think that you make a great point, Raj, in that this Sunday, we will see what these two teams, the Broncos and the Chargers, are made of. Weeks 1 and 2, you're still trying to figure it out. Nobody plays preseason. Week 1 for the Chargers was in Brazil. So nobody was really on their A game, not the Chiefs, not the Chargers. And then you had the Raiders that they're still figuring things out too. You know, you've got Pete Carroll coming in, and no doubt he is a legendary coach in the NFL, and he'll make things happen for the Raiders. Geno Smith is much better than he played last week, and things were just not good for that Raiders team on that night, on Monday night. With that defense, with that lauded Denver Broncos defense, I think you're going to see what Justin Herbert and this offense is made of, frankly. You'd see more of it if you were at Mile High, no doubt, but we'll see it here at SoFi. And we're hoping to just keep the ball rolling here. Justin Herbert has a buffet of weapons, and they are definitely using each and every one. Everybody is eating on this field. You look at the wide receiver room with Keenan Allen back, and by the way, he has not missed a step. When you look at how the Chargers season ended last year in Houston with that playoff game, it was depressing. Justin Herbert had 4 picks. That's one more than he had the entire regular season. He had nobody to throw it to. He had Lad McConkey. I almost just said Lad McCaffrey. That's a Freudian slip for the Denver audience. But he had Lad McConkey, and that was it for Houston. And Keenan said he saw that game, and he's watching that game. He's breaking down the defenses, and he's like, I could have helped out here and there and everywhere. And now that room is loaded. And a loaded room with Justin Herbert, you're absolutely right to be worried about that.
Keenan Allen was a wide receiver that when he didn't have a job, a lot of people here in Denver were like, why aren't the Broncos kicking the tires on that player? That is a safety blanket for a young quarterback. And he goes back and through 2 weeks with Justin Herbert, he looks exactly like he did for all of those years when he has been a thorn in the side of Mile High fans here in Denver.
The Altitude Daily. Columbus, Hastings, and DMAC.
Too much control from even above the DC is saying we need to do this and watch ourselves for this. And then they got back to running more of a Vance style after that, and they were great after that game. So I'm wondering now, seriously, I watched the last game. I'm like, come on, man. Did anybody watch Daniel Jones the last 3 years? When you put pressure on him, he wilts, and we're running base on him? Now you're giving a veteran guy that's probably seen every kind of look.
Well, who are you calling out there?
I think that's a VJ thing.
If it's a VJ thing, or is the head coach saying let's be safe?
I mean, at the end of the day, the buck stops with the coach. I mean, they put a game plan together for the game, and then you got to figure it out. So, I don't know, man. Are you still on it? Like, again, I think Sean Payton will retire before he gives up play calling.
That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's a silly convo. Not that you can't have an opinion. I mean, I understand the opinion. I'm just saying it's a silly dream because if you want a new play caller, you're going to have to fire your head coach.
I think Sean Payton is as big of a control coach as I've ever seen. Like, and he has the keys to the caddy. Like, he gets to do, as long as it's football related, anything on the field, Sean is absolutely 100% in charge.
If you got a lot more Woody Pages out there making noise like that, Pinners won't take that. Pinners will say, no, let's go.
All right, but in all honesty, would you rather have a first-time play caller who's never done it before?
I wouldn't mind a guy being advised and coached and looked at with the guy. Listen, you got to know the strength of what your personnel is and what they can do. And that not just your quarterback. I think Sean calls great plays for his quarterback to make him go 20 of 28 and 112 yards. But I don't know if he knows how to do best for Franklin or Cortland or any of the other guys trying to get out. Does any other wide receivers catching them? Mims caught the one touchdown, I think. Anybody else catching any balls?
10 guys.
He's spreading the wealth a little bit.
We did have 10 guys catch a pass.
Evan Engram caught one.
So did Cortland Sutton catch one?
Does that fit your narrative, Scott?
Cortland Sutton caught one. He got one pass.
Yeah.
So is he doing what's best? Who's your number one receiver?
Yeah.
So is he setting up your number one receiver to get open and get plays to get him the rock? Looks like not. Then if you're getting to 10 guys and he only gets one,
I don't know.
Are you anti-Troy Franklin catching 8 passes?
No.
I got no problems with a guy who's 6'3" and the fastest guy in the field.
I got him in my fantasy team.
And he's on your fantasy team?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice little pickup right there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. That's some smart fantasy football playing right there.
See, I think Sean Payton gets hired because you want Sean Payton calling plays.
Yeah.
You know?
I understand that, but again, and I don't know, and this is just where I'm coming from. You're making me go anti my best friend, and I'm not. I saw the hype of this great offensive mind, and yet I've not seen the evidence of a great offensive mind.
The Altitude Daily. Kretman and Lindahl.
If the broadcast mentions that the Chargers are in sole possession of first place in the AFC West, you have to drink.
I don't feel so good.
If the Chiefs' slow start is mentioned on the broadcast, you have to drink. AFC West showdown, everybody. You know this is going to be a topic.
Now, this is where you went a little overboard. This is where I question your intentions.
I know. This one...
This is where you want an early Sunday night.
This one's going to get people because we know Broncos country, Broncos Nation, and Bronco Land.
Broncos Nation, Bronco Land
are all going to show out for this game. Every time that a Bronco fan is shown on the telecast, you have to drink.
Like I'm half drunk right now.
Not just spotting an orange jersey up in the stands. I'm talking about an ISO shot of a Bronco fan.
Probably wearing some paraphernalia.
The guy is drunk.
There's going to be a lot more Broncos fans because the Chargers. What do you think they're up to now? 17, 18 fans by now in LA?
They're doing well.
Still generous?
Might be 25.
Okay, up to a cool 25.
25, yeah. Can fill a small portion of the bar, but not the whole bar. Still plenty of bar.
2 Chargers props to finish off. Every time Justin Herbert slides,
drink.
It's a nice slide.
You like a good hook slide.
I do. And one more. If Jim Harbaugh is shown with a blank stare off into the distance, you must go ahead and drink because who knows where Jim Harbaugh's brain is at any given moment.
Yeah, man, I want to be best friends with him. And really, I mean, I can't imagine anybody. I cannot imagine anybody. I mean, if you're not best friends, if you don't love Justin Herbert, then there's something wrong with you.
Wow.
He really likes Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Do you think like if Harbaugh calls Herbert late at night, Herbert's hanging out with Madison Beers or whoever, you think if he sends it right to voicemail, you think Harbaugh's the kind of guy that
calls back.
He either calls back or immediately sends the text, "You okay?
Yeah.
Everything good?
Where are you, guy?" You know what I think he is?
You up?
I think he's going full Michael in The Office from the office window where he calls Ryan the intern and sees him chuck the phone in his car. I think Harbaugh's outside the old shack and he gives it a good look to see if Justin's looking at the phone as he calls. He didn't just call, he's over there. "Hey, what are you doing, buddy? Because I'm here. Coming in."
Remember when Harbaugh explained that if he cleaned the cafeteria, he would get more milk?
Whole milk, though, not the candy ass 2% or skim milk. A lot of milk. A lot of milk. A lot of milk. Attacking with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind.
Ate a booger.
You've been listening to the Altitude Daily. Catch us live weekdays on 92.5 FM, the Altitude Sports Radio app, twitch.tv/AltitudeSR, youtube.com/Altitude Sports Radio, and your favorite smart speaker. Say Altitude Sports Radio.